Yes, I got the bottle opener.
Excellent.
We're now recording.
Blooper.
Yeah, that blooper in the middle of the video there. Welcome back to 1001 Beers You Must Try Before You Die.
Blooper.
This is
Blooper.
as amateurs as it's always been since the first review.
Yeah, you've never really professionalised this, have you? It's all a bit of a giggle.
No, that's why.
Who cares?
That's why most of my beer reviews have less than 50 views on YouTube. That's fine, not a problem.
Apart from the occasional random one that's got about 800.
Yeah,
for no obvious reason.
Weird. Anyway, we're back for another beer review in my garden. Still nice and warm.
Yeah, the sun's heading towards the yard arm, but not quite there yet.
Still, I just came out again. This is lovely.
Yeah.
So we've got a. It's not a substitute beer, but it is a beer which is in the book. It's called Rajah by Stazione Birra, but the brewery the brewery has renamed to Birra Gladiatori, and the beer is now called their IPA. So, but it's the same beer, I am assured, and the logo of the actual brewery, which isn't actually on here, but it is on the Untapped thing, is the same stuff. Right?
Yeah, from doing 10 minutes of quick background before we started.
Yeah, it's the same beer.
We're fairly convinced it's the same beer.
Yeah. So this is first brew 2006. In the book, it's 5.2. They've upgraded it to 5.5.
Another upgrade. Good stuff.
And it's called IPA. It says it's deep amber colour with a white fine foam. Sorry. The aroma is quite complex with toasted notes and a hint of black tea leaf. Interesting.
Ooh.
On the palate, the hoppy flavour is immediate, very pleasant and long-lasting, lightly astringent in the aftertaste, which is interesting. You don't like astringency, do you?
Generally, no. No, there's a fine line between sort of dry bitterness and just horrific astringency.
Would you like to pour the beer?
I will. Yes. Now we have our blooper reel ready.
We do. Hopefully this one does not explode.
That's all good. Oh yes. For those of you law subscribers who saw the previous video, the Moby Dick.
Yeah, the old got. If you are watching consecutive beer reviews, it appears we did have a duffer.
Yeah, that was.
So that got chucked, but a tick is a tick, and it's done. So
is it really though?
Yes, it is.
Is
yes.
it really?
Yeah, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to make it have to get it again.
Well, if we ever see it around, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll have it again. If I ever see it again, I'll do another beer review. How about that?
Yeah.
But I've got fluff in my mouth. Ugh.
So I'm just being careful with this because this looks like it's charged at the bottom. So
yeah. Is it charged at the bottom?
When I looked earlier, it seemed to have some.
Doesn't look
it seemed
like
to have
it,
a residue.
But it's probably better to be safe than sorry.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine. It's because the bottom of. I'm busy pointing at it. You can't see it. The bottom of the.
Like you're a pirate.
The bottom of the,
the telescope
bottle.
Aye.
It was it was condensation. That was what it was. Made it look like it was.
Give us some more beer then. Lovely.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
So I've made a meal of that.
Superb.
Right, sorted.
We'll talk about the bottle. Obviously, it's changed quite a lot. There's a gladiator on it.
I quite like the gladiator.
Yeah,
he's pretty neat, isn't he? He's quite sort of modern.
There's nothing in English, so I can't read anything. But
oh, not a word, no.
Actually, no, there is. It says, "If you drink, don't drive." That's the only thing in English. Fair enough. This one has not passed its best before. That's fine. Right, it's not due for another year. Okay, so should we do some cameras?
Do some cameras.
I'm not getting a lot on the nose.
There's a sort of a general waft. There's a lot of head on this though, so it's keeping the flavours under wraps, I think. And it's just getting. The more I whirl it, the more fizzier it gets. So
yeah.
I think this is going to be quite carbonated.
Should we go for the taste
Little devil.
Cheers. Wow.
It's dry.
Very dry.
It's very dry.
I wouldn't say very hoppy, actually.
It's
very dry. Dry is the flavour.
I'd say it is hoppy, but in that way that you have certain hops that are just very, very astringent hops. So I think it's hoppy, but not in a sort of juicy, citruary kind of way. It's just dry.
So it uses in the so it says Pils and caramel malts, hops are Hallertau Magnum, Spalter Select, and Hersbrucker. So these are not your big American hops. These are German hops.
Yeah, so I suppose it's bittering and that's
this
what
is
you're
all
getting
about
here.
the bittering hops here. We're
Yeah.
not talking about, these are not the aroma hops. There's some cascades used for aroma, but this is all about the bittering hops. It's all
Yeah.
about, this is all about the European hops here.
Oh, it's just
So
like-
dry.
It's, I don't know, if you scrape the glaze off a bone china plate and then licked it, I suspect this is what it might taste like.
Yeah.
taste like.
So dry.
It's not for me, I have to say.
No.
I don't really see the point in having something so. I suppose if you've got a palate for that kind of thing, you'd love it, but I don't really see the point of it, to be
if you
honest.
like a beer that's like drier than the Sahara, you may like this.
Drier than Gandhi's flip flop.
But the fact is that there's nothing wrong with this beer. It's just not for me. It's
No.
not for you. But if you like dry beers, if you want a beer that's dry as a bone, this one is the one for you.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of that kind of flavour underneath it, but it doesn't do much for me, to be fair.
It's just so dry.
Maybe it tastes like a Gladiator's flip flop.
Gladiator's helmet.
I think they'd be quite sweaty in the helmet.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Gladiator's halberd. I don't know. What they use, a flail. Gladiator's flail.
That's Gladiator's Reading. You're misremembering.
Ah, yes. Well, these contestants are ready for the next beer review.
Awooga!
Yes, so like, comment, subscribe, and we'll go dry off.
Arrivederci.
Bye.